Morning everyone, it's Shani Bennett from Adelaide, Australia, and I just really wanted to do a real quick video. I'm doing a lunchtime workshop on Tuesday in Adelaide, the 19th of April at 12:30, and it will go for an hour. And I just wanted to share why I decided to do that. You know, I want to make it clear that I don't do a lot of public speaking. Like, I prefer to spend time with my direct clients and I prefer to spend time with my family. So, you know, it's not like I'm doing this sort of stuff every week, okay? The reason why I decided to do it is this week I got a message from a girl here in Adelaide. She lives somewhere down Prospect. And she reached out to me. She said, look, my husband's been following your stuff on LinkedIn. He thinks you're great. He suggested I reach out to you. I need a hand with my business. And she actually had a dog sitting daycare business. It was actually amazing. And she sent me like what she was sending out to clients. And she said, look, if you've got a second, can you have a look? Now, I don't really have a lot of time to do that either, because I get a lot of requests from people asking for help or to become clients, and I'm really choosy about who I work with, because I need to make sure that I can totally transform their businesses if we decide to work together, right? So anyway, she reached out, and something in me decided to stop and listen. So, you know, I helped her a bit with her campaign. I just emailed her a few suggestions back. And it got me thinking, because I've had a lot in the last few weeks, a lot of these sorts of questions. So I just started thinking that, you know, when I was first starting out and I had like no idea, no money, like to spend and invest in myself like this. And I just had no idea how to get this thing off the ground. When I was in that boat, I just really would have loved someone to reach out to me and say, here's a blueprint that you can follow, right? You know, I didn't have that. You know, I started this thing. This is not something that's come out overnight, right? You know, I started I've been studying marketing, copywriting, websites, you know, the online domain for over 14 years. So that's not something that comes out, like, that's not something you can really cover in a really quick conversation anyway. But anyway, 14 years ago, I picked up the 4-Hour Week by Tim Ferriss, and I read that book, and it changed everything for me. You know, when I first started out in my career, I mean, I was an accountant of all things, and, you know, I did a personality test a few weeks back, right? And it says like all the things that I should do and all the things that I should not do, right? So it said like I shouldn't work in like a, you know, accounting environment sort of thing. I shouldn't work with, you know, like these detailed prescription environments. I should be working in creative marketing environments. And you can imagine like my head falling when I, you know, realized, amongst other things, that I've spent, you know, essentially 15 years in a career that is like the total opposite of my strengths. So, you know, like last year, everything did change for me. You know, like I started off the start of the year, you know, first of all, this whole time, you know, I'd been working in, you know, as an IT consultant. You know, I was actually transforming warehouses. I was wearing yellow Viz gear and steel cap shoes and getting up at the crack of dawn and transforming the IT systems of warehouses, right? And, you know, I love the guys know that I love them, but at the end of the day, there was a part of my heart that was breaking all the time, because I knew I wasn't using my gifts. So last year in January 2015, I just sat there with my head in my hands, and I was like, you know what, I'm really done with this. Like, I am done working and living in a business that's not aligned with my strengths. And I want to start helping people and businesses get their online businesses off the ground. It's something I knew how to do, and I knew how to do it for myself, and I knew how to do it for other clients. So in January last year, I started writing, right? I went to Darwin to visit my sister, and I became a writer. You know, I sat there. My sister said, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to get out of it? And I said, look, I don't know what I'm going to get out of it, Kel. You know, I just know that deep within me, I need to start sharing my voice that's inside of me. So every day for 30 days, I started writing. So for the whole of January, I became a blogger/writer. And at the end of that month, I had 1,800 followers, and I just knew that I was writing about sales and marketing. I was writing about personal development and how to pursue your dreams. And so I just knew that I was touching the hearts and minds of people, and it was just, I could feel it through the writing. And so, you know, things progressed. I mean, the whole time through this, I was still like automating those factories, right? And then come June, I started doing videos. So I started doing really quick videos on Facebook, and then everything changed again. So everything started elevating from there. And then by the end of last year, you can imagine my surprise when I realized that somewhere along the line, I'd built a following of like nearly 18,000 people by the end of last year. And you know, it was like mind-boggling to think of that change, and that I was helping those people. Like, people would reach out, ask questions, I'd be able to answer them and help those people. So, you know, I guess at the end of the day, after that year, I then started turning my attention to, well, what is a traditional business to do if you're like a Joe Blow, like even this restaurant, for example, like you're just waiting for people to come in your doors, right? How is that sort of business supposed to bring new customers and new clients into their door, right? If you're not online and you're not running Facebook ads and you don't have a great website that's converting, that's bringing you leads, you are not taking this seriously, right? If you are relying on Joe Blows to walk in your door, then you are dancing with the devil, my friends. And you know, it is that serious. You know, I put out a flyer yesterday about the workshop, and there's been a few, I mean, look, people can do whatever they want, right? If you guys are free on Tuesday, come along, and if you're not, that's totally fine. But I want you to consider, like, if you don't have like an hour in your week next week to focus on hearing a blueprint that will help shape and map your 2016 for your online business, if you don't have like that sort of time, then I really want you to have a look at the structure of your working week, right? And I want to share mine with you, right? First of all, you know, I work with my clients one-on-one a couple of days a week, right? And you know, I'm here for them, I'm serving them, and all I care about are their campaigns, right? But I am not running around like a blue ass fly over those clients, right? I'm serving them at the highest level because I'm helping them with their campaigns. But the other thing I'm doing with my time is I'm actually learning new things. So I'm reading lots and lots of books on all sorts of topics, and I'm actually doing lots of courses on copywriting and marketing, so I can continue to be, you know, to know more than everyone else in the market. And you know, the other thing that this week, so essentially I've got working for 2-3 days a week, and then I've got the rest of the week to do whatever I want. But the most important thing to me has been being able to spend time with my family and friends, you know. And what that looks like is like my mum can ring me and she can say, hey Shani, let's hang out, and we can hang out together. Or, you know, my sister or my brother or my dad or my nephews. You know, I've got like lots of nephews. I've got Jesse and Campbell and Henley and Olive and Bennett, I'm his godmom, and then I've got Oscar and Toby, and you know, I get to spend time with them and really cool quality time. And then if I want to catch up with girlfriends for a glass of wine, for God's sake, I can do that too, right? I've got that freedom, which is so much more important to me than anything else. If I think about all the things I've done wrong over the years, it's been not honoring the things I'm good at, but also thinking I can do it all on my own, right? I've, you know, haven't necessarily listened to all the people and advisors that have been out there. I've been, you know, doing everything the long, hard road for 14 years. So I know that's like a really long-winded way to answer the question, guys, but I really wanted to be clear. You know, I want you guys to come on Tuesday. You know, first of all, don't reach out to me and say, look, can you look at my campaign, or can I meet you for an hour and pay you? You can't do that. I literally don't have the time to do that. So, you know, I'm doing this because I saw this girl that reached out, and, you know, I saw that she needed a hand. And I think that, you know, a lot of people major in minor things, right? They run around and they boost a post and they think that they're doing a great job. It's like, if you're not getting like at least 3 to 10 leads a day online, then you're doing something wrong, my friends. There's something wrong with your business model. And I'm talking like the online business model, right? You know how to run your offline models, but even that, I don't know. I walk past 2 restaurants, like one, Eros Cafe on Rundle Street has shut down, for God's sake. The board's papered up. And Glass House on Hutt Street. So it's like, I don't know what it's going to take to shape you guys into reality, you know, and learning these skills. So look, my promise to you in this workshop is I'm going to tell you step by step how I built a following online of 18,000 people last year, and that's without any paid advertising. I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. I'm going to show you how you can implement that for your business with 4 easy to implement steps, right? You'll walk away knowing those steps. So you don't have to major in minor things. You can actually major in the major stuff, right? And then the third thing is I'm going to be looking at path to income, right? There's no point doing all this stuff if there is not a clear, distinctive pathway to income. So I'll be looking at how you can build that into all of your decision making so that it is front, mind and center of your activities. So that's my promise to you guys. If you guys are there on Tuesday, I look forward to seeing you then. And if you can't make it, I totally understand. And I honor you for what you're trying to do. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon, either here or any other way we happen to run into each other, guys. Okay, have an amazing, extraordinary weekend, and I'll talk to you guys all. I'll see you all at the workshop.